Space-time. What is it? Where did it come from? Why are we just hearing about it now? Many people have these questions and many people don't understand exactly what space-time is. Many people have the misconceptions and the misunderstandings of what space and time actually is. What is space to you? Most people believe that space is a boundless, endless, deep, dark abyss somewhere in the universe. And what do they think time is? Most people think time is just a linear concept or a linear construct, like a flowing river, flowing further and further and further down, not being able to be reversed, not being able to be stopped. These two concepts couldn't be the furthest from the truth. Many years ago, there was a scientist that goes by the name of Albert Einstein. He came up with a theory, the theory of general relativity. And the reason why he actually got into this particular experiment is because he was very fascinated with electricity. He came up during a time of the electrical era. He was not only fascinated with electricity, but he was truly fascinated with light itself. And not just light, but a particular aspect of light, and that is speed. One of the experiments that he did, he realized that the speed of light itself actually calculated at an astounding speed of 671 million miles per hour. But it was one particular puzzling thing about the speed of light. It never ceased to change. He realized that no matter what, somehow, some way, some shape or form, the speed of light always stayed consistent. It always stayed at 671 million miles per hour. How is this so? Imagine yourself inside of a vehicle and you're driving your vehicle. You're driving, let's say, between 20 to 30 miles an hour. Now, in order to increase this speed itself, you hit the accelerator and you increase the speed of the car. Now, of course, in order to gauge or measure the speed of the car, you can use your speedometer. Also, you know, when you're driving on the road, you have your speed radars that calculate the speed of cars as they drive by. Well, imagine that speed radar not calculating the speed of the cars that drive by, but actually calculating the speed of the light coming from your headlights. Now, that speed radar would actually calculate at 671 million miles per hour, right? Now, imagine you actually driving the car, going 20 miles an hour, going 30 miles an hour, going 40 miles an hour. Now, one would guess that the speed of light itself should increase, since you are not only driving 40 miles an hour, you also have 671 miles per hour, or 671 million miles per hour coming from your headlight. So you would think that the speed radar for this light speed should be a little bit more. Not so. It stays consistently at 671 million miles per hour. Now, imagine an observer watching your car as you're driving it, and your car is now moving at the speed of light. As one observes from the outside of the car, they'll realize a few things going on with your car as it moves at the speed of light. One thing they would notice is that time itself would seem to actually slow down. Not only that, visually, the shape of your car is going to look more compacted, maybe 1, 2, or 3 inches wide max. So not only did the time change, but also the space itself changed. However, simultaneously, while you're driving inside the car, although the observer sees your car looking compacted, inside the car you would notice a few things as well. Your time would still be consistent. It wouldn't slow down, wouldn't speed up, as well as inside the car would still feel the same. Yet, if you looked at the outside view of the vehicle, you'll realize that space itself was shape-shifting and moving in a unique way, in a distinct fashion. Einstein figured out that time and space itself somehow shapes and forms its way in order to keep the speed of light consistent. The only way to keep it consistent is unless unless space and time is malleable. Space and time work together to create a fabric that covers the universe itself. It is what allows gravity to exist. It is what allows planetary beings to exist in this space that we call the universe. However, we understand that not only does it control the time and the space as far as how it shapes around the universe, it also controls the space within the universe. For example, if you were playing pool, and not on a pool table, but let's say you're playing pool on a bed mattress, and you have all your balls scattered around. You have your cue ball, you have your 8 ball, your 2 ball, your 3 ball, all about around the mattress. Now, naturally, everything is sitting in place like it should be. If you hit the cue ball and the 8 ball is right in front of you, and you hit that cue ball directly across, naturally the cue ball would go directly and hit the 8 ball. But what would happen if you got a bowling ball and placed the bowling ball right in the middle of everything on top of this mattress? You would notice that, one, the mattress would sink asunder, and it would create an indentation to hold on and basically level with the bowling ball because of the density. Also, you probably realize that the balls around it that were close enough would probably get pulled into the indentation where the bowling ball lied. Now, if you tried to hit that cue ball across, right in the path of the bowling ball, trying to get towards the 8 ball, naturally that cue ball would roll right to the bowling ball and sink right down under. Well, this indentation in the bed mattress is the fabric of space-time. And when gravitational pull happens, your cue ball would basically be the moon, and it would circulate around the fabric of space-time from the gravitational pull. That would be consistent of the moon going around your Earth. Space-time is not just a thought. Space-time is its own entity. It is its own dimension. It is a fabric itself that holds within it all of the universe. In order to get a complete understanding of space-time, you have to understand how can you actually break space-time. The reason why us humans aren't as aware of space-time itself is because we don't contain the capabilities to actually shake or break space-time. There are 2 simple things that will allow you to do this. One is you have to travel faster or as fast as the speed of light in order to break or tear the fabric of space-time. Second, you have to be dense enough or heavy enough to tear through the fabric of space-time, which would explain why planetary beings are able to affect space-time in a more dramatic fashion. Now, knowing that traveling at the speed of light can tear through space-time itself, what other way, as far as density is concerned, could tear through space-time as well? What is the most dense astronomical place in space? That would be a black hole. A black hole is dense enough to create a tear inside of space-time. The irony in this is, if you're able to tear through space-time itself, where exactly do you go once you tear through? That is where you have time travel. Being able to travel through different universes, through different dimensions. Space-time is the barrier. this is what Einstein had in mind. Nour Nation, I thank you guys for tuning in. I thank you guys for building with me and learning more about this quantum mechanic reality that we're living in. And I'm just happy to have you guys here to build with me. Peace, love, wisdom, knowledge, and divine harmony. Love y'all.